is won by the Rockets. Tucker to Paul. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Conley into the front court. Down three. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Harden to Paul. Deep right corner. Beyond the arc for three. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. Jaren Jackson to Conley. And the Rockets have the rebound. Paul to Harden. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Down a point to Gasol. Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from long range. Misfires. It's no good. To Conley. Mike Conley. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Anthony to Capella. Marc Gasol with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Nice work inside by Kyle Anderson.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Rockets in control of the basketball. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Temple. Capella's on him. To Conley. Mike Conley. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Chris Paul trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Conley into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Mike Conley. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Jay, what's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy, but also I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Those last 6 games against the Golden State Warriors, he really struggled from the three-point line. He shot 37% during the regular season. He shot 20% in the Western Conference Finals.
It's good, and one.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Mike Conley at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Conley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Paul into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To P.J. Tucker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Working hard on the glass. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Joakim Noah snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And the finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Conley guarded by Nene. And the basket good at the rim. That misses with a second to go. We're through one at the FedEx Forum with the Grizzlies on top. We're back with more after this. You're watching a Saturday matinee edition of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, it's Conley. Lead stands at 7. From the painted area, won't go down. To Anthony. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Conley. And And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try, no good. Missed the second one as well. The follow won't go either. To Paul. Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's 2 for 2 now. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Paul to Harden. And he drains it.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Conley trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he's got the free throw as well. Houston takes over. Harden. And count the basket.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Off the assist.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Conley matched up with Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Clint Capella able to recover with the block. Harden with the basketball. Lead is 2. Good. Off a spin. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Rockets have the ball. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Trying to cash in, knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot in.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Harden to Anthony. Fires the three, textbook mellow. Hand in his face, lets it fly, and scores.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Conley into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Temple matched up with Harden. Rockets have the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Spins and scores.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
With the flush, taking on all comers.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a Prob City.
Conley. The screen sets him up for two.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
No, I missed a short one there. First half in the books with the Rockets in front.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Grizzlies own the basketball to Gasol. Good look that time, but off the mark. Harden with it up top. Up 5. Can't connect from inside.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Temple at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 72%. Add one more to his total. It's in the hands of Harden. To Anthony. Fires the 3. Off the mark. Capella. To Conley. Wide open look won't go.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
Clint Capella. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
4-3. Good contest on the 3. Conley misses. To Harden. taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Conley, defended by Melo. Shot from in close, no good. Anderson to Jaren Jackson. Clint Capella rejects it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To P.J. Tucker. Curling inside. Oh, driving, but he can't connect.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
And finishes strong. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Conley into the front court. The deficit is 6. Layup goes down. Well done.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Gets it in the left corner. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Across the timeline, it's Conley. The margin standing now at 7. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Jaren Jackson at the line. Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. And 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
To Gasol. Marc Gasol. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Now Paul with the basketball. Up 6. Tucker to Paul. Tucker to Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D. For 3. Missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Knocked loose. That one out of bounds off a rocket, so it's going to stay with Memphis. Substitution being made in this one. Here, but the shot stays out. Another shot won't go either.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts. That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trick. Clint Capella tips it. He'll put it up at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Rockets with the lead. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the third quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Turns and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Memphis, they've got it. Oh, he had it. Driving right to the basket to Harden. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Paul with it up top. It's an 11-point game. Harden to Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench, and one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
Knocks it down off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's James Harden once again. To Paul. Curling inside. And he hits.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Paul into the front court. The lead is 11. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. He's now 4 for 6.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. To Gasol. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Throws it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Gasol. Nice pass to get things going.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Deep left corner. Anthony. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
And Ed, you know what the worst part about this whole thing is? Usually when a defender bites like that, that means that they're being active. They just guessed wrong, man.
JaMychal Green, defended by Tucker. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Memphis Grizzlies, number 13.
Download this all. And throws it down.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marcus Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Paul shakes free and hits. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Capella. To P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Harden in possession. Up a dozen. To P.J. Tucker. It's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Okay. You don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Paul across the timeline. The lead is 12. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Long heave from three-quarters court. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets got the win with a comfortable scoring margin, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored to the Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. The Grizzlies got their point scoring from these guys on screen.
Game travel. 3-point shooting.
The Houston Rockets did their best work away from the basket. They used a combination of perimeter defense and long-range scoring to get themselves the win.
Player of the game.
James Harden seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Memphis Grizzlies. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose, signing out.